Hey everyone! Today we're diving behind the scenes of Hardcore Pawn, the iconic show that took TV by storm to find out where the stars are now and what they're up to. Let's kick off this surprising journey together. Join us to uncover the stories behind the Hardcore Pawn stars and the unexpected twists in their lives after the spotlight. From dramatic conflicts to career-changing decisions, you won't believe what they're doing today. If you've never watched Hardcore Pawn, don't miss this chance to discover the surprising and fascinating behind-the-scenes stories of its stars. Drop a 0 in the comments if you're curious about where they are now, or a 1 if you've got some exciting guesses. Don't forget to like and share so others can join the fun. The Gold family, pawnbrokers who stumbled into fame through Hardcore Pawn, were once at the heart of America's jewelry and pawn loan industry. They were famous for their heated arguments on TV, but the real drama unfolded off camera. Les Gold, the pawn shop owner, lost $500,000 in a scam. His daughter, Ashley, walked away from the family business. A crew member even earns $900,000 a year on OnlyFans. Now, 15 years after Hardcore Pawn premiered, the truth about secret feuds, allegedly staged scenes, and other crew members is finally coming to light. The idea for Hardcore Pawn started in 1998, when producer Richard Dominic watched The Jerry Springer Show and saw a local Detroit ad featuring Les Gold. Les had a sharp voice, bold presence, and a unique energy that stuck with Dominic. Still, it took over a decade until 2009 for True TV to greenlight cameras in Les's pawn shop. His family opposed the idea, wary of exposing their lives and customers on national TV. But Les pushed forward. On August 16, 2010, Hardcore Pawn debuted, drawing 2 million viewers on its first night, making it True TV's most watched premiere ever. American Jewelry and Loan, opened in 1978 at Detroit's Green 8 shopping center, was already well known locally. By 1993, the shop moved to a 50,000 square foot location on 8 Mile Road, serving around 1,000 customers daily. Help us grow the channel by liking this video and subscribing for more amazing stories. The show captured raw moments, angry customers erupting arguments, security intervening, and some people dragged out yelling, all recorded on camera. Unlike Pawn Stars, which focused on rare items and calm deals, Hardcore Pawn showcased the real tension in Detroit's pawn industry, where money was scarce and emotions ran high. Les Gold insisted the show was authentic, reflecting the true state of the business. This approach paid off. By June 2013, the show drew over 3 million viewers per episode. The season's 6th finale hit 3.4 million viewers, making it the top unscripted show on cable during its Tuesday slot. However, by 2014, things shifted. Viewership declined in season 9, and many questioned the show's authenticity. Some scenes seemed staged, with a New York Post critic openly calling it out. The Gold family denied the accusations, but doubts spread. At the same time, Rich Pyle, a familiar face, left to host a new show, Meltdown, on National Geographic, making viewers feel hardcore porn was starting to fall apart. Behind the scenes, True TV shifted its strategy. In May 2013, Chris Lynn became the new president, believing the channel focused too much on conflict and wanting lighter comedic content. In April 2014, True TV announced a full rebrand, emphasizing shows like Impractical Jokers. By October 2014, the channel launched its Way More Fun campaign and temporarily became New True TV. Serious reality shows like Hardcore Pawn no longer fit, leading to the show's cancellation. After Hardcore Pawn ended, the Gold family and crew went their separate ways. By 2021, as many businesses struggled post-pandemic, Les Gold expanded his empire. He opened 3 new pawn shops in Southgate, Lincoln Park, and Hazel Park, building on a 2019 plan and capitalizing on low commercial real estate prices. Les personally negotiated the leases with help from his son, Seth, using the family's TV fame to secure favorable terms. The new pawn shops followed the original Detroit stores model, focusing on direct customer transactions, the style that drove hardcore pawn success. They created nearly 200 jobs across Wayne County. Discover the real faces behind the fame. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Earlier in 2016, Les Gold surprised everyone by appearing on Food Network's Chopped. Despite being a pawnbroker, Les learned to cook as a child in Detroit while his parents worked long hours at the shop. This appearance revealed a different side of him, far beyond his hardcore pawn persona. Les grew up in his grandfather's pawn shop business, and with his parents busy, he not only learned to cook basic meals, but also traditional Mediterranean recipes passed down by his grandfather. On Chopped in 2016, Les used these skills to impress the judges, approaching the cooking challenge like a business deal, thinking fast, making clear choices, and staying calm. Though he didn't win, Les showed a side of himself entirely different from his television image. If you're a hardcore pawn fan, you won't want to miss these captivating stories about the stars off screen. Don't forget to like and share so your friends can check it out too. In December 2022, Les hosted a charity auction at his main Detroit pawn shop to raise money for the Heat and Warm Fund, called Hardcore Thaw. In just 3 hours, he raised $40,000 by auctioning 25 items donated by local sports stars and celebrities. A standout was a signed Red Wings jersey sold for $7,800. Les ran the auction like he runs his business, making quick offers, applying direct pressure, and acting boldly. When the total reached $35,000, Les quietly added $5,000 of his own without fanfare, driven by the goal of helping people through Michigan's harsh winter. Rumors of bankruptcy stemmed from a 2018 scam where Les lost $500,000, but it didn't ruin him. By 2025, his net worth remained steady at $5 million, and his pawn shops continued thriving. His book, For What It's Worth, reached number 4 on the New York Times bestseller list. Meanwhile, when Seth Gold joined American Jewelry and Loan in 2009, he brought a new mindset. Les had run the pawn shop for decades, but Seth saw a gap. The business had no online presence in a digital age. He launched their first e-commerce platform, a risky move at the time as most pawn shops relied on in-person customers. The decision paid off. By 2018, the online segment accounted for 30% of total revenue, allowing the shop to operate 24/7, far beyond the physical store's 9-hour days. The online growth fueled American Jewelry and Loan's expansion with new locations in Hazel Park and Pontiac. The company achieved a 20% annual growth rate, with total revenue between $5 and $10 million, a major feat for a Detroit pawn shop. In 2013, Seth was named National Pawnbroker of the Year at the Las Vegas Pawn Expo, the industry's highest honor. He earned it by reshaping the pawn shop image through better media coverage, stronger community outreach, and modern business practices. In 2014, Seth partnered with Stephen Kogler to launch Power to the Grid, a job program for people with autism, opening a training center inside the pawn shop and hiring based on skills rather than resumes. One of the first hires was Michael Sancho, a Western Michigan University graduate with photography and Photoshop skills, but no stable job. Seth gave him a chance, and Michael's work improved the shop's online listings. This wasn't just charity, it was smart business, as these employees delivered real value to the company. By late 2018, Seth began planning a second Detroit pawn shop focused on luxury items like watches and high-end jewelry. Unlike the 8 Mile shop, which served customers without bank accounts, the new store targeted an upscale market. Seth studied data showing silver and diamonds outsold gold 3-to-1. In 2019, he launched Fast Pawn with PawnMate Inc., an online service letting customers extend loans or pay without visiting the shop, streamlining the process and modernizing the pawn industry. Ashley Gold was a key part of Hardcore Pawn from its premiere on August 16, 2010, to its end on April 6, 2015, spanning 9 seasons and 162 episodes. She worked alongside her father, Les, and brother, Seth, at American Jewelry and Loan, housed in a massive 150,000 square foot building on Detroit's 8 Mile Road. To viewers, it seemed like a wild place where tense deals and arguments were common. Ashley brought balance to the show, showing both tough business skills and the human side of the Gold family. The business was fast-paced, but for Ashley Gold, it became overwhelming. By 2015, she hit a breaking point. Every day felt the same. Waking up, wearing the same black sweater, jeans, and shoes, repeating the same routine. In a 2016 interview, Ashley called it her Groundhog Day moment, realizing her health was deteriorating and deep down she was no longer happy. Tensions with her father Les and disagreements with her brother Seth made things worse. Seth's modern marketing ideas clashed with Les's traditional approach, leaving Ashley caught in the middle. The cameras kept rolling, turning fights into show content. The mounting pressure led Ashley to walk away in early 2015. Leaving the family business was tough, but she wanted more than just being known as Les Gold's daughter. She craved her own life, independent of Hardcore Pawn's spotlight. In late 2015, Ashley launched Pawn Chick Shopping, an online business focused on new jewelry she personally curated. She traveled nationwide to source unique designs, maintaining about 500 items priced from $15 costume jewelry to $3,000 fine pieces. Ashley built trust with customers through her aesthetic sense, even crafting jewelry for celebrities and growing a nationwide client base. By 2019, she rebranded the business as AshleyGold.com and won the Verge Pitch competition by the Detroit Garment Group, solidifying her place in the fashion industry. That same year, Ashley appeared on CNN, Fox News, HLN, Good Morning America, and The Today Show, leveraging her TV fame to build a new career. In March 2020, she launched the Pawn Chick podcast, hosting weekly talks with guests about fashion and personal stories. She also opened up about Hardcore Pawn, confirming some scenes were staged and that producers sometimes pushed conflict to create drama. In 2020, the pandemic shifted Ashley's life. Schools closed, and with 2 children, 13 and 15 at the time, she helped them with online learning. No longer working 70-hour weeks or filming endlessly, Ashley focused on motherhood, driving her kids and helping with homework. She built a balanced life running ashleygold.com while making time for family. Leaving hardcore pawn gave her the freedom and happiness to grow her career on her own terms. Rich Pyle spent 25 years at American Jewelry and Loan, starting young and staying loyal. By 2012, he was a familiar face on Hardcore Pawn, known for his spiked hair, long goatee, and confident demeanor. That year, a small on-show argument exposed a deeper issue. An internal audit raised concerns that Rich may have used the company credit card for personal expenses and inflated reimbursement claims. Les confronted him on camera, and Rich pushed back, arguing that his years of loyalty should outweigh any mistakes. The argument escalated as Seth and Ashley worsened the situation. Les ordered Rich to leave the shop immediately, ending their 25-year friendship on camera in minutes of tense footage. The next morning, October 2012, Rich returned hoping for a second chance. He arrived early, visibly shaken, wanting to apologize and save his career. Seth tried to help by arranging a meeting, stressing Rich's experience and customer rapport, but Les wouldn't budge, pointing to the audit and saying the shop couldn't take the risk. The meeting ended in under 20 minutes, and Rich left the business for good. After leaving American Jewelry and Loan, Rich moved to Los Angeles and tried running his own gold business, but it didn't last long. His departure marked a turning point for Hardcore Pawn as the show lost a key figure. It also highlighted the internal pressures within the Gold family and how producers exploited conflicts for drama, leaving real consequences for those involved both on screen and off. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe for more behind-the-scenes content. In 2018, Rich Pyle made a surprising move by becoming the host of Whole Nation, following the American Cornhole Organization, ACO, across the country for tournaments. He brought the same vibrant energy from Hardcore Pawn to the cornhole world, running ACO Zone challenges and energizing events. His wife, Tracy Pyle, helped film, giving the show a family-run feel. Whole Nation attracted a new audience, introducing cornhole, a sport rarely seen on TV, to the mainstream while building Rich a fresh reputation. Over time, Rich opened up about Hardcore Pawn's behind-the-scenes workings without breaking his contract. He hinted that much of the show was staged. Producers recruited people outside the pawn shop, gave them scripts, and had them sign release forms to act. A Detroit local claimed producers intentionally understaffed the shop to frustrate customers. Rich admitted real transactions still happened, but by 2013 and 2014, most major arguments were staged or reenacted with actors. This staging helped make Hardcore Pawn popular, but distanced it from reality. Rich emphasized that drama was amplified to hook viewers, unlike Pawn Stars, which focused on item value and history. These revelations explain why some viewers questioned the show's authenticity in later seasons, especially season 9 when ratings dropped sharply. Still, Rich valued his Hardcore Pawn experience, seeing it as a springboard to new opportunities like Whole Nation and Meltdown on National Geographic. Bobby Janiac had no plans to become a TV star when he joined American Jewelry and Loan during Hardcore Pawn's first season. He just wanted a job. Seth Gold hired him for a basic sales role, mostly handling t-shirts. But Bobby was surprised to face cameras from day one, unaware the shop was about to hit national TV. As filming progressed, his role shifted from behind-the-scenes work to regular on-screen appearances, making him a recognized figure. Bobby's presence on Hardcore Pawn wasn't planned, but his natural demeanor and ability to handle tense shop situations made him a key part of the show. He gradually built ties with producers and the Gold family, though he also witnessed internal conflicts, including the incident with Rich Pyle. Bobby later shared that he learned a lot about the pawn industry and reality TV, but also realized the pressure of working in a camera-filled environment. He quickly adapted to hardcore pawn's environment, and his vibrant energy stood out. When Rich Pyle left the show in 2012, Bobby's presence filled the gap. Producers saw his potential and asked if he wanted more screen time. He said yes, and that decision changed his career. He stayed at American Jewelry and Loan until 2016, even after filming stopped in 2015. However, when he left, he never returned to the pawn shop, cutting ties with that chapter completely. Over time, Bobby spoke out about hardcore pawn's behind-the-scenes reality through interviews and social media. He revealed that while the pawn shop was real, the TV portrayal often prioritized drama over authenticity. Producers sought conflict, tension, and bold personalities, and Bobby noted that supporting cast members like him earned low wages despite drawing millions of viewers. While the Gold family reaped big rewards, the supporting cast didn't share fairly, with producers using phrases like once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to dodge pay raises. Bobby also shared that cast members were expected to embody their characters even off camera, blurring the line between reality and performance, and this pressure was exhausting. In a viral TikTok video, he referenced Rich Pyle's firing, hinting that off-camera events were often harsher than what aired on TV. These revelations shed light on why viewers questioned the show's authenticity and highlighted the challenges supporting cast members faced in hardcore pawn's high-pressure production environment. After leaving the pawn shop, Bobby found a better opportunity. In 2017, Bars Products, a major automotive maintenance company, approached him to be a spokesperson. With his on-camera experience and natural charisma, Bobby was a perfect fit. If you enjoyed learning these behind-the-scenes secrets, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more incredible Hollywood stories. The deal, worth $175,000 a year, doubled his pawn shop earnings. He became the brand's face, appearing at trade shows and starring in over 30 commercials. By 2019, he used social media to promote Bars Products, helping distribute their products to over 40,000 stores nationwide while growing his own following. In 2021, after doing voiceovers for Michigan radio stations, Bobby took an unexpected turn and launched an OnlyFans account, gaining over 15,000 subscribers in 3 months, each paying nearly $30 a month. For many hardcore pawn fans, this move felt like a betrayal, and backlash erupted on Facebook and Reddit, with some saying he tarnished his old image. In a podcast interview, Bobby explained that voiceover work was inconsistent with unreliable pay, and OnlyFans was a way to secure his finances amid limited opportunities. OnlyFans gave Bobby Janiac control and steady income, and he viewed it purely as a business decision. However, in September 2023, Bobby faced legal trouble when Warner Brothers Discovery, True TV's parent company, sent him a 12-page cease and desist letter accusing him of unauthorized use of hardcore pawn footage and branding on social media and his personal website. They listed 37 specific examples, including clips from a YouTube series analyzing old episodes, which drew over 500,000 views in 3 months, and screenshots used in flyers for public speaking gigs where he charged up to $5,000 per appearance. Warner Brothers stressed that Bobby didn't own the show's content. By November 2023, Bobby removed all hardcore porn references from his online presence to avoid litigation. The incident highlighted the legal challenges that former reality TV cast members face when trying to leverage show fame. Bobby then focused on other ventures like his Vivicin brand on Amazon, selling kitchen tools, while continuing to build his career on his energy and charisma. Meanwhile, in 2012, American Jewelry and Loan faced a major scandal involving Joel Big Joe Shannon, head of security for 3 years. Les Gold personally hired Joe and even invited him to family gatherings out of trust, but hidden cameras caught Joe stealing scrap gold over weeks, taking small amounts totaling about $7,000 to avoid detection. The incident was captured dramatically in the season 6 finale, when police entered the shop to arrest Joe in front of Les, whose voice trembled with deep disappointment. Joe was fired on the spot and charged with grand theft, yet he didn't give up. In late 2016, Joe founded Hygie Gear Transportation in Livonia, Michigan, starting with 2 delivery trucks. By 2023, the company had grown into a regional business with 15 trucks and over 20 employees, serving clients across the Midwest. From 2019, Seth Gold began cautiously hiring Hygie Gear for deliveries between pawn shops, although it took nearly 3 years to rebuild a working relationship. Fielding Felix Teichman, a fan favorite on Hardcore Pawn for his calm amidst chaos, abruptly left the show in early 2015 without explanation. Behind the scenes, Felix faced a contract dispute during Season 8 negotiations, demanding a pay raise based on his growing role and popularity. But the production company refused. Talks grew tense, and in February 2015, Felix walked off the set mid-filming, causing chaos for the crew who had no immediate replacement plan. Felix hired a lawyer to resume negotiations, but producers moved on without him, bringing in a new security team, and the show never addressed his departure. In 2016, Felix moved to Austin, Texas, declining interviews and avoiding attention, wanting to leave his hardcore pawn life behind. And he succeeded. The stories of Bobby, Joe, and Felix aren't just hardcore pawn moments. They are real people facing real consequences beneath the staged drama and tense footage. They reveal the legal pressures, betrayals, and personal struggles that reality TV stars endure both on screen and off. Thank you for watching until the end of the video. The journey of the hardcore pawn stars after the spotlight is truly surprising and inspiring, isn't it? If you found this content interesting, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with more captivating stories. See you in the next video.